Welcome to the physical letter template walkthrough. Now, if you click the link like you're supposed to, you would have gotten this page here, which is your physical letter template, okay? And all this is the letter you're going to send your college coach, but you're going to send it through the mail, okay? Now, you have two options. You can either literally copy this and put in the information that you need. So you can put, for example, your date, right? So you put whatever date. So today is for me 3/29. So you would go 3/29. 2020, right? So on and so forth. And then you would fill out the rest of the information. You just plug and play. Or you can handwrite this. Now, handwriting is obviously going to take you more time, but it might make you stand out that much more to a college coach. Okay, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. So let's get to that in a minute. You have the rest of the information, right? You would put the coach's name, the university name, city, state, and zip code, and then you'd start with Dear Coach Alex or whatever they like to be called, and you can try and figure that out. My name is Kyle, and I would make sure you put your last name, and I am a freshman at the high school, so you could put whatever high school you go to, so I would put West Potomac, just as an example. In Orlando, Florida, right? Just plug and play. I've researched your team, your university, and saw that, right? This is where I want you to do a little bit more research. You want to put in that, for example, the team, the player, or the school has a specific accomplishment. So, for example, if you saw that a player won an award like Player of the Month, you would say, Johnny Velez won Player of the Month. Something like that, right? And you could put, and that way you're putting that in there. And it can be something else. It could be that you guys won the Sunshine State Conference. And that way you're giving the coach information and showing that you care about their program. Okay? And again, if there's something that you need to change, feel free to modify something. If it doesn't work for you because you want to put something that's about an individual player, about the coach, maybe the coach gets an award or the team, you can modify all these words to be as you need, as you see fit. Okay? You need to be plugging with those a little bit, and that will help you in the longer run. So we move into the next part. So you have the first part where you introduce about how you did some research and you give an example of it, right? Then you start talking about academics. And this is how you would talk about how academics is important to you because that's going to be important to a coach. They want to know that you care about the academic side. What I recommend is you insert your major. So you're looking to graduate with this degree. Now, you can change your mind later. This doesn't have to be the end-all be-all major, just to start the conversation with the coach, to give them a little bit more background about you. Okay, and then you would say something like, your university will allow me to become a well-rounded student, athlete, both on and off the field. And again, plug and play as you need, edit as you need. The final part you want to talk about is how you play the game. So you would say, you play for what team? Insert your team name. I play for Prospects Football Club. And it's going extremely well. My best position is blank. So what is your best position? Maybe you give 1, 2, or 3. And this is a decision you need to make. And I recommend giving 2. Right? You could even change this to say my best position is this, and like I say here, but I can also play another position. And that way you're giving the coach options to see you. So if you play, for example, center mid and you play as an 8, like a central midfielder, you might also want to put that you can play right back or whatever position that it is. Don't make it in the same line. So don't say that you can play as a second 8 or maybe as a 10. Maybe put that you can play as a 9. And if you can, you can. Now, if that doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you, then put the same kind of category position. But just know that some teams and some coaches have discrepancies over things like that. Okay, my club team has been very successful over the last few years, and we continue to improve every single day. And then you can put in recent accomplishments of your team and maybe put something about yourself. Okay, then you would thank them for their time. I truly appreciate this, and I look forward to hearing from you. You need to make sure you put your name, your home address, your email address, and your phone number. Now, I mentioned earlier about having the choice between typing this and writing it. Okay, if you're going to write it, that's okay. Write it. It's going to take you longer. If you're going to type it, that's okay too. But you need to trust me on this part here. If you're going to type, you need to make sure you write your name, right? So you write it out. You don't type it. You write it out. You write. So I would put Coach Kyle, and then I would sign it under that, right? So I would write Coach Kyle. Under that, I would sign it Kyle or Coach Kyle. Okay? Then I would leave a little bit of space in between that so you can add in the home address, the email address, and then the phone number. Okay, you need to make sure you do those things because this will make you, or help you rather, stand out. And that is the goal, to stand out. I hope this helps you, and I will see you in the next video.